wallstreetwindow.com. Gold, silver, the stock market. wallstreetwindow.com.
Perhaps you're invested deeply.
Perhaps you're not in deep enough. Maybe you're thinking about getting started. wallstreetwindow.com. Michael Swanson, the brilliant author of The War State, understood these trends professionally for many years, and now he gives you the benefit of his knowledge. wallstreetwindow.com. Go there now. Go there now. Go there now. Go ahead, caller.
I'm interested in the truth about the J.
In Denial, Secret Wars with Airstrikes and Tanks.
You're listening to the Ocelli.com radio network.
For as little as $50 a month, you can buy an ad for your business, podcast, book, or any message you want heard on one or more of the Ocelli.com shows. To find out more, contact ads@Ocelli.com. That's ADS at Ocelli.com. Be heard with us. Revelation through conversation. Ocelli.com.
Bring me 15 hookers now and get the drugs ready and take me to the private island.
Nowadays, if they landed in troop ships wearing pink uniforms, going, tranny, 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 literally everyone would just kneel and go, oh. She goes up on a throne and craps, and they wipe her fat butt. Come on. China's going to let you dress up like Mary Poppins? No. China's going to shoot you in the back of the head and blow your brains all over the place. They want to shatter your mind talking about Justin Bieber! I kill my kids. This is real. I kill them.
The Ocelli.com radio network.
Ocelli.com.
Revelation through conversation.
Warning, 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 warning. The Lunacy Broadcast. Code Red, Code Red. Here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's going to hit the eardrums. Uncle the podcast. Somebody's screaming.
You are listening.
Back in the screaming.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the
See how
nephew-in-law.
much I like my show?
Here's the start of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. 203.
303.
303, excuse me,
That's
is
okay.
the number tonight.
Yep.
And now, here we are. We have a couple of guests on the line. I'm hoping they have listened last week's shows. Who is that?
Yeah,
That's the one that was talking on the Scram.
Well, as always, we have open phone lines on Sunday night. It's 319-527-5016. You may call in and join us, or you can use Skype. If you have Skype, type a message to our producer, Chuck. He's
Chuck
Charles.
has somebody on Skype right now at this moment.
He does. Should we go to the
Let's
Skyper?
get the Skyper first and have him in.
Okay.
Okay, old fella. Been a while. This guy has been a while. Yeah, we know.
It has, Uncle. How are you?
Hiya. So, hiya.
Did you get a chance to see the new Flash movie?
Flash.
The Flash, the superhero that wears the red suit that goes fast.
Wait a minute. I didn't see the new one, but they showed it on the clips.
You saw
Michael Keaton came back as Batman.
Yeah. I saw it on the clips. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. I was wondering if that's gonna be on in the movie theater, or is that gonna?
Yeah, it didn't do too well, so they're starting to pull it out of the theater now.
Oh, they're taking it out and they're putting it on. Because I didn't see it in the movie theater, but
they put Barbie in there instead.
Yeah, I hear Barbie. That's a joke. Give me break down. That's a joke.
Yeah, right now the big thing is Barbie and the movie about the nuclear bomb or whatever.
Oppenheimer, yeah.
Oppenheimer. Just to let you know, we do have listeners live in Germany, Spain, and Canada tonight outside of the U.S. I know you always want to hear about that. So there you go.
Yeah, this is exciting. We got a lot of calls right out the bat. We have a couple people in the Twitch chat room. We got Creative Accidents and Count Pupper over there.
Pupper's over there?
Oh, Australia as well.
Ooh, Australia. Ooh, Australia listener.
Australia. All right. I still have there's a lady going to be calling me tonight.
Really?
Waiting to have the review.
Really?
Yes.
Did you set this up?
I had it set up last 2 weeks. Before
are you talking about?
Were already yapping. I've had you beaten. That's right. I had you beaten.
Okay.
Right, she was supposed to watch a movie. What was it?
It's the movie that we're gonna review.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
That's it.
The final one.
The Dial of Destiny.
Yeah.
That's
so
right.
if she's on the line, I'm here. We're gonna start the program. What was her name?
I always forget until she calls again. Unfortunately,
I talking about Elvira?
No, we're not. She's called in at least twice, maybe even 3 times at this point. But I always forget her name until she says it again. My apologies for that.
Yes, you need to be apologized. It's not nice to be apologizing to a woman.
Well,
you gotta be paying attention to that sidekick.
I try to. I really do. I feel like maybe I need a face. Like when it's just like the voice, maybe I struggle. Plus, I'm old. Okay, I'm not young anymore. I've got kids, so I've got what they call dad brain. That's a real thing. I can tell you.
Does she have a podcast of her own?
No,
she don't. She just likes mine.
Yeah,
she listens to mine.
That's right.
I got
Lara. That's it. Yes, that's an easy name too to remember. My brain.
Who?
Lara.
Lara's name. Now she has a different Skype name, so that's why I was a little confused. But I had to go back and look. I found it. Lara is her name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she got a new one.
It may be pseudonymous or a pseudonym, Uncle, but that's just fine. Nothing wrong with that. But I can't remember that either, which I should be able to. But Here
Hey,
we
listen, we take calls from Cooley D, right, or whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, Cooley Digital, yeah, Cooley Digital 5.0. I can remember that, and he's someone I know from my actual.
Well,
I've
you
met
know him. You
so
know
I
him.
Yeah.
You know the people because you've been around them.
Exactly.
But you're not around the ladies. You're not around the ladies.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, no.
But ladies, we used to get calls from Sunshine On all the time.
Talking about Sunshine. I haven't heard a word from her. Nah. Got back to you there, Chuck.
She has not gotten back to me. I don't know. She went off to be an artist, and haven't heard much from her since.
I was
We do get some engagement from her on the Instagram, so she's out there and doing what she does, I'm sure.
She's on Instagram?
Yeah, she's on Instagram.
Oh, yeah,
so I see.
Later on, if she doesn't call in, later on I can play her part because I actually did see the movie, not in the theater, but I saw it in a different way. So I could help you review it if she doesn't call in.
Okay, so Chris has seen them. He can help you review it.
So okay.
There we go for Indiana Jones. Yeah, that could work out there. I'm thinking. Does that work for you, Uncle?
That'd be all right but she never knows she'll pop on the phone on that
Who wants
side.
the girl? I get it. I can put on an accent if possible.
Accent. Well, I have girls on my show. I know about him on his show. He has men on his show.
I do.
He don't have men. He don't have ladies like I do.
I don't. I don't know what to tell you, Uncle.
I know what I can tell you. The ladies like my shows over yours. That's what I can tell you.
Oh, brother, man,
It's a mitt. It's a mitch. It's a miss.
Well, you got me, Uncle.
Yeah, I know I got
tell
you. Okay, now let's have this number call this Chuck boy. Get him on the calling. Let's call him up. People.
All right.
Ring, 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 ring. Let's go. Ring, ring, ring. Let's ring.
Yep.
And a person on the phone at this moment, you can pop in anytime.
I think I've heard this sometime before.
Okay. So no, that is interesting, and yes, of course, Lara, we'd love to hear from you, and I keep trying to make sure I don't say Laura, but it's Lara.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear from you if you want to call in and do the Indiana Jones thing tonight. If you're listening live, which that may be our listener, the one listener in Spain, that may be her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
Just saying.
Very possible.
Consistent. The women is consistent. I like a consistent women.
Yes.
You gotta understand.
I think I get it.
Yeah.
It's good to have structure.
The inconsistent ones seem to be more fun.
Yeah, that's
you
the
don't
one.
put a
The
ring
one
on
on the sidekick over here. Yeah, you're talking about sidekick on the side here.
Hey, Uncle, somebody messaged me this week and said, "What the hell? Uncle is doing a cooking show now. What were you doing?"
That.
Yeah, tell him about that, Uncle.
The cooking show, all that cooking show is all for crazy accidents.
Oh, it is?
Crazy accidents keeps asking me about putting things on Instagram.
Yeah.
And they are his.
That's that. Yeah, it's a new Instagram.
It's a new Instagram for sidekick. For crazy accidents.
I mentioned this briefly in the previous hour, Uncle, is that we're trying to do more videos via social media. We're doing more of those reels on Instagram, not only in the hopes that, somebody might see it for the first time and start following you on social media and then listening to the show and, gaining interest in the show and the network, all of that. But just, it's just something fun to do too, and just more material.
I also got his wife into it too.
Yes, yes.
She cracking up, man. I'm making the sandwich, and she's cracking up big time. I mean, I'm in the scene, turn her around.
Yeah,
turn her around half the time. So wait a minute, I have to get the stuff.
What was this? You were making tuna fish or something? I didn't understand. I haven't seen it. What was going on?
It's a tuna fish melt.
Tuna melt? Is that what it was?
Not a melt. A tuna with a different kind of bread.
It's in a pita, right?
A pita bread.
Yeah, I think so.
And it was made in tuna.
Yeah. It's a special. What happens is that in the day, lunchtime rolls around, right? And Uncle is at home, so he needs something to eat, and so he goes and he makes himself something, and what that something ends up being is oftentimes quite unique.
It's in all my Instagrams. I put them on, and they just said, "All right, let's put them on Instagram." All right, so everybody knows how to make it. Sauerkraut. Now listen to this. Delicious sauerkraut mixed in. That was words. Sauerkraut mixed in with the tuna fish. That might be what you were looking at, Chuck.
And honestly, that this
was put like thirsty, tell you.
Yeah, that lunch was more of the sort of standard fare sort of things you've made, I want to say, because you've made some out there kind of things. I've taken photos of them and put them on Instagram.
Right.
But now my wife will get the video and make a video of you and put it on Instagram. We're trying to do a bunch of those.
Those kinds.
So that's going to be a series, if you will, but also just like the same thing that we used to play a lot of the clips from daily life on the podcast of just like the audio of us like basically yelling at each other and stuff. It's going to be stuff like that, but in video form. So
video form. That one.
Trying to do more. Trying to do more.
Do more into it.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
So far,
see what happens with them.
You can put them on TikTok too, you know.
Yeah, I know.
That TikTok though bothers me.
Yeah, right.
It bothers me big time because it's on my phone, and it's showing me. I take it off the phone, but I say I can get it back. You know, they show this picture of it.
Do you have the app, Uncle? Do you have the TikTok app?
I can get it.
Oh, yes.
on my phone because it has that. I've had it on before, and it just keeps coming on, but it won't say get anymore.
Yeah, you know, speaking of crazy accidents, you know, he's got something he wants Uncle to pick a glass out of the dinosaurs. Did you see this, Aaron?
I did. Is this the Pierce wedding registry still? Is that what that is?
This is for Pierce Redmond's wedding registry, right?
Okay.
Could you pull up a picture for Uncle and let him pick a dinosaur?
Oh, okay. So one of those dinos is what? Okay, one of those four from the picture?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll find it.
Who's getting married now?
Where was that?
Well, Pierce Redmond got married already.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Married his lovely wife Amy there.
So we're just picking one of these four dinosaurs here. Can you see this, Uncle?
I don't have a clue.
So let's see here. There is a, I guess, velociraptor. These are skeletons, sort of etched onto a glass. There's a
This is something apparently the two of them wanted on their wedding registry. I don't, you know, what can I say? But it's yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so they want me to pick it?
I guess so.
Is that it?
Uncle, your tuna fish taco looks great. Okay, I just got that comment in the chat room at Ocelli.com.
So can you see these four dinosaurs, Uncle? Can you see those clearly? There's like
that third one.
This one right here?
The third one looks good for them.
You're talking about the Stegosaurus, right?
The Stegosaurus.
With the fins on its back, right?
Yeah, that looked good.
It's a Stegosaurus.
Stegosaurus, say to him.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
You
that's a good one. Got that, Chuck?
Got it, Chuck?
I got it. Okay, gotcha. It's the same one that I picked. Creative accidents. So I'll have to come up with an alternative. It's fine. Let Uncle's pick stand. All right, got it.
That's a good choice. What can you say? Interesting dinosaur. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It's Winston Porter. I don't know. There's something special about these pint glasses, I guess. I don't know. He wants to drink beer out of a dinosaur skeleton glass.
I don't think Pierce actually chose these, did he? It's just stuff that somehow like became adjacent to his wedding registry, I want to say, because it's on the site and you can kind of like troll through the site and find anything you want. Am I right in this, Chuck?
No, I think he actually selected this.
$40.
Amy selected this.
$40 a pop?
Really?
A glass?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't know if it's $40 for all of them or I'm not sure.
It looks like it's a set to me. It looks like
it would be $40 if it's a set.
It looks like
now
it's a
if
set.
it's a set, it'd be $40. Yes, for sure. I know it would be, but
Right, of course, but for some reason we got to pick dinosaurs. I'm a little confused, but
a little confused.
It's confusing, but
I don't buy dinosaur skeleton glassware. I mean, I just don't.
I'd go if I was him. Then what I would say, I would go for down under.
Australia?
Australia.
Like a koala or something? Or a
Koalas.
kangaroo?
Kangaroo or something like that.
Venomous snake?
For glasses. No, that's what my...
A skeleton of it? I mean,
Yeah. I would go for something like that. But that's me. No, I'm just saying.
Nothing prehistoric.
No, not prehistoric. But that's how I would put. But that's me saying it. But he can pick who he wants. But of course.
Yeah. Closest thing I got is skull-faced shot glasses. I was going to try and brand them for Ochelli.com, but yeah.
Oh, you got some? Oh, how's that coming along?
I didn't get them. I didn't get the shot glasses. No, I ended up with the skull-faced ones, but I couldn't get my stuff printed on.
What is it, Uncle?
I'm looking at you about getting new shot glasses.
Oh, the shot glasses.
I want them shot glasses.
I know about the shot glasses.
Yes, you got to get on the ball here. They're giving our producer to do all the work.
I know.
You're getting him to do all the work.
Uncle.
Am I going to defy you to get him?
Maybe.
It looks that way.
Uncle, I successfully turned a knob earlier tonight. Does that redeem me at all? I turned a knob and I
don't even know what knob it is.
These two. I turned both of them, not just one, but two knobs I turned, and I got my microphone to work properly.
Oh, that's fixed now?
Yeah,
the other one.
It's somewhat.
Wait a minute.
It's somewhat better, the microphone.
I don't know which one you had on to begin with.
While you're playing with your knobs and we're figuring out dinosaur glasses, Jimmy is still on hold. Okay, so
Poppy mine. We got to have a conversation.
You want to hear Jimmy? All right, we'll go to Jimmy. We'll go to the call here.
All right, call him. I don't want you hanging so much.
What's going on?
We're having a conversation with Sidekick here. This guy has to learn something. Have to get original on these drop glasses. We're trying to organize the situation here. With all of a sudden, he says something about this. Different about the wedding's drop glasses. And I'm talking about that got it started with him not getting organized, getting these organized.
Well, past
Jimmy?
2 years, we talked about getting an Uncle
Jimmy,
the Podcast shot glass, right?
Right.
Yes.
For the Uncle New Year's Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll hit it that. And,
yeah.
I'll hit it for that. For when that comes, but I'm afraid it might not be here.
Yeah, you're saying I won't get it done in time.
Yeah, that's my point.
That's too soon of a deadline.
That's my problem is I don't think I'll have it in time.
Yeah. Well,
with him, of course.
Yeah, if it's up to me,
If it's up to you.
that could be a problem.
If I gave it to I give too much stuff to Chuck to do. If I have it to Chuck, he'd probably have it on time. Get my point?
My only problem is the money, because here's the thing: if between now and October you order these things, you definitely would have them for the New Year's Revolution.
See?
So he's not up till October to get it ordered. Right. And we found a couple of companies. I think Creative Accidents found a company that was really good.
Oh.
I don't remember what the price was or how much they would cost, or if you'd get enough that you could give some away or what. I don't know. But I know we found a place that we could put the logo on the shot glass.
Well, let's work with that then. Oh, funny.
Well, see, that's up to
he found. Yeah, that's if he found something, no, I won't mind.
It's true, Uncle. Unfortunately, it is the ball is in my court, is how they say it. So I believe me, I know.
Listen to Sidekick.
I know how I could have these things made, and I'm capable. Trust me, I'm capable. But the act of doing it.
That's the problem. We need somebody behind to do it.
We do.
I know. That is the problem. And your side. He has a problem, I understand, with money.
Yeah.
My boy here. Yeah. But your problem, that is your problem.
Time.
How to put together.
More, kind of. Yeah.
That's your problem. Now, there's a couple people have problems. I understand that.
Couple problems.
But
nothing we can't overcome.
Can we get to a time span? is what I'm asking.
Uncle, here,
that's all.
I'll bring this up because I brought this up in the previous hour as well. I feel like this is where my head is at right now. With the merchandise, I love it. I love the merchandise. We still have Uncle the Podcast t-shirts, by the way, if anybody wants one. We'll tie-dye it for you, or you can get one just plain white if you prefer that. So if you want an Uncle t-shirt, we still have that. But with new merchandise, I would love to do it, but I want to see if we can build the audience to larger levels. And if we do, at that point, I think I'd like to engage more merchandise because we'll be able to move more of it, presumably. But
How do that, though?
Well, thus is the social media videos and things like that. If we're able to do those,
doing that with the meals and
that's why you're making tuna fish sandwiches.
Now I see.
Does it all make sense now?
Doing it now.
See,
now I'm trying to figure out all this information. Now I know why I'm doing all this stuff.
See,
now it's coming to my attention.
You get it.
That's how you have to talk.
The tuna is interconnected, intertwined with the shot glass.
Oh, it is.
In the world of online media, the two are completely inseparable.
Yeah, because that do look good for a wine glass.
In fact, with an Uncle the Podcast shot glass, you might want to put tuna fish in it and see if you could do a shot of it with whatever extras that you, of course, would recommend to put in there. Uncle.
That's what I would think of doing, but we got to get the point glass, the drunk glass to do it. That's exactly my next move. Man, he's got a brain in his brain's gotten to work in there. Somewhere in the head, it's working.
I like to think so.
That's what I was absolutely thinking about. But yeah, like you're saying, we gotta wait on the drip glass.
What we're doing is we're setting goals, Uncle. We're setting goals right now. This is what a true man does, Uncle. He sets goals, and then if he's manly enough, he attains those goals.
Yeah, well,
you know a little something about that, don't you, Uncle?
I know, hitting the goals mark. I've hit goals on this watch so many times, it ain't funny.
Yeah.
I hit my goals.
Yeah. You use your watch to do that, right?
Wait.
Yeah. See, so I told you knew.
What the heck is this one?
I don't know. Is it your standing goal? I know you have a standing goal.
He's got one of those watches that keeps track of his steps and all that.
Yeah, he's got that stuff.
Yeah. I don't know what this is.
It's something about Siri. I don't know.
Siri?
It gets mad at you if you like bounce around. It asks if you take a hard fall too, happens.
That's a talk.
It kind of happens a lot.
I know that.
To stop
it's watching my health, actually, too.
Maybe.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know.
Yeah, it's quite a watch.
Okay, let's get those ringing phones ringing there, Chuck. Ring, ring, ring.
And
we've got Jimmy here. Should we talk to him?
Yeah, Jimmy, get me on talking.
Yeah, let's talk to him.
So what you been up to there, Chuck? I mean, Jimmy?
Jimmy.
I'm getting confused with names now. Okay, Jimmy, where you at?
I'm here.
So what's been happening?
Just the dog days of summer.
It seemed today wasn't so bad.
It was less hot here today than it has been.
One less day was today. In fact, I got a chance to get out and do some weed pulling.
There you go.
I mean, 'cause, man, out there in the heat, there was no way I'd step outside. Even walk a dog. Even.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad today. Not too bad. It was hot, but it wasn't too hot.
Oh.
Was it hot over there? Is it hot up in the northern areas where you're at, Jimmy? It's been hot there too?
It's hot in Michigan in the summers.
Yeah.
I mean, we're surrounded by water. It's humid. We get in the winter it's cold, and in the summer it's hot.
Got it.
But you would jump in the pool or jump in the water, wouldn't you?
Jump in the lake.
In the lake, I mean, if
jump in the Great Lake. How about that?
Yeah, jump in the lake when it gets hot enough.
Well, there's plenty of lakes around, but they're disgusting. I won't step foot in them.
I was gonna say, if you like your skin, you ain't jumping in Lake Michigan. You know what I mean? It's just...
It's a little low pH. Is that the problem?
Low
It's like
pH.
swimming on the Hudson. I wouldn't advise it.
Okay. Well, might be fun.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Okay, so not recommended.
Wow. No.
But okay, so Jimmy's not been swimming. Pretty hot up there in Michigan. Hot
Must
here
be,
too, but
and
definitely drier here.
It's much drier. Kids can feel the heat of it. No heat, though. Not a heat bath. It's not a heat bath here, but a drier kind of thing.
It's quite dry here.
Dry.
Usually.
Yeah,
more often than not.
Yeah.
You guys didn't get
Yeah, and all that Canadian smoke garbage just tore up my lungs for a couple weeks there, where I was sick as a dog.
Oof, yeah, that was rough.
Oh,
yeah.
That was up there.
That was up, yeah. He's right up there next to Canada. So yeah,
What's his name's up there? He had it worst. He was just on the talk. Was on online with you all just a minute ago.
Are you thinking Robin or are you thinking Chris?
Oh no, Robin, that's right.
Yeah, but I think
forgot.
his end of Canada, it was more easterly where the fire was. I don't even know what province it was from exactly. Was it Quebec? Was it Ontario? What was it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't look that up.
Was Robin in Ontario?
No. Robin's up in British Columbia on the west coast.
Oh, he's on the west side.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the other guy.
So he actually is north of me.
Right.
People in Ontario, I'm way north of them.
Interesting.
He's north of you then. So you're getting most of it then, Jimmy. And he's getting the less. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's from one of those provinces over there, I feel like. I don't know. I didn't look that up.
Something like.
But yeah, we got our own fires here. As usual, it's fire season for us. So I've seen quite a few burnt fields as of late. Drove home on Friday night, saw the fire department out putting one out next to a gas station in the Jack in the Box.
We also might have some interesting news.
What's that?
With Sidekick here.
With me? Uh-oh.
Yes.
Are you sure about this?
No, he hasn't had it in yet.
Okay.
He didn't bring it. He didn't send it in yet.
I didn't?
No. You didn't do your thing yet.
I didn't.
No.
Oops. Should I have? Should I have done this?
If you did, we may change back down to another day.
Oh, Uncle is really hoping that we can do Friday nights again. That's what he'd like to do. Do this show on Friday instead of Sunday.
I like the Fridays, but I'm hoping he might get this other job.
Well,
that will go down to be done by 2 o'clock.
My schedule would change
instead of 6.
My schedule would change in such a way that I'd be able to do the Fridays again. I don't know. I have no idea if that will happen.
But no.
It's
that's
a
what I'm
possibility. I don't know if it will happen, but the desire to do the show on Fridays again is there. Is that spot? That spot might be filled now. Is it, Chuck? Is somebody doing a show then?
No, it's not.
No, it's as empty as Joe Biden's head. And that's where we need you guys. Back on Friday.
See, Jim,
I'm saying it. I'd like to see it come back there.
Jimmy James,
like I said,
was asked me more than once if there was a possibility of you going back to Friday. I've heard this from a handful of listeners. They would prefer.
Okay.
Back on Fridays, actually, a handful of them for sure.
All right. Well,
because they want to do the drinking show.
Yeah,
that's the reason.
I like doing Fridays.
They liked how we had 4 solid hours of call-in, between my show and you guys on Friday nights.
Right.
Yeah. It's like an event. Now with just my 2 hours or whatever, they get, it's like, oh, it feels like we just got started with your show. And
I know. I really do like to go back to it.
We might be able to.
No, that's what I'm hoping.
We too would prefer it. We'll say that. We would prefer it that way. Right now, it's not. If
see what happens.
If I did it, I just end up not being able to be here too often. There'd be too many weeks where it'd just be like, well, can't do it this week. Well, can't do it this week. I don't want that to happen. But I might be able to switch things up where we could do it again.
Yeah, because I've noticed something on this here. I've noticed it on your schedule. No, I'm just saying.
What's noticeable?
We've been not going on shows recently because of your schedules.
You talking about as guests?
For the show to have on. I've noticed.
Oh, you mean we've been missing our own show?
Right. A couple of times. Not all.
Oh
the
yeah.
Not
we missed
all
a couple.
Time.
We missed a couple.
I met a couple, and
but it's happened more often since you've been on Sundays than it used to happen on Fridays. Is what he's getting at. I think.
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's what it is.
Well, that's another issue too. Just I would say generally in the overall scheme of life here, where we're at, things are very busy.
I know.
Probably even for me personally more so than ever.
Right.
Just like all the different things that take up my time make it so that happens a lot. Unfortunately.
That's the thing I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. That's a bigger thing that I don't know quite what to say about. Like I try to we're always trying to do something about that. It's where the work hours deplete and the free time goes more. Right now, the free time pretty low, work hours fairly high, higher than I'd like them to be.
Right.
Maybe if we get them even out, or ideal situation, free time very high, work hours very low. Mm-hmm. That's what we're desiring. I don't know if we'll get there or not, but we're trying. We're trying to.
Well, that's on your that's on your schedule. I'm not just saying. It's just on your schedule. That I know you work and do all that and stuff, but it's just that because I know.
We'll get the Undertaker to take care of it.
Undertaker, right. Where's he? I'm trying to get one of these guys.
Slaughter.
I'm trying to get one of these guys to talk. Get them guys back on it. Where are you guys at anyway?
I'm working on it.
Well, Uncle, the one guy wants to get paid to come on the show. You know that.
Who's that?
We talked about this, yeah. Or we did in the previous hour. This is another thing that came up in the previous hour.
We're discovering that some people are asking to get paid to come on shows now.
Paid? Oh, is this what you were talking about last hour?
Yeah.
Some of it, yeah. So one of those wrestlers, I'm not going to say which one, but one of those wrestlers wants us to pay him to come on the show. And it's not fair.
If we do that, this is my thinking about it. If we do that, somebody here will have to have a full-time operation of doing broadcasting.
Yeah,
I'm not mentioning a name, but someone will have to do that.
Is it me?
You. Well,
I hope the answer is yes.
But here's the problem. Look, all right. There are some people, we were talking about this last hour a little bit, so we'll continue it here. Yeah, but there's some people I'd be willing to give a couple of bucks to, and other people, no. Okay? And not like we got a lot of money to throw around here. If we did, I wouldn't be asking listeners for money to keep stuff going, right?
Right.
So, we don't got tons of money just sitting here. It's not like I'm rich and, I just do this as my fun time hobby only.
That's the problem. This is my hobby. My hobby to do. I mean, I ain't never thought, I've done my work. I'm done me pen. I am retired. I'm a person that, if I knew this or this equipment, I'd knock him off the chair right now and do it all. If I knew how to play with all these equipments and stuff. But
here's the thing, Uncle. If I say to you, look, I can get you a guest, no problem, but I need $300, right? Then what do you say? Okay, you got $300 for one guest?
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand your point.
We need help from Oscar De Laurentiis at this point, Uncle.
Let's get these rich people on our show.
Yeah, see?
If we get one rich person
on the phone.
If we get one rich person to talk on the show.
There we go.
We'll get somewhere. We gotta push on that.
I've
let's push
in
on
my
that
recent
for the
travels,
next
Uncle. I've come across.
Who's richer than Donald Trump?
That's what we need.
Do we need Donald Trump to come on?
Oh, there's a suggestion, Uncle.
If he ever actually paid
But he has loin problems.
Is he doing Cameo?
He's got loin problems.
No, Trump doesn't do Cameo, but if you go to his website, you can pay to have him record. You know those greeting cards with the happy birthday voice in them? He does have those for you over at his website, but that's not as far as
Coach, here we
He's got
go.
trading cards, too.
Oh, yeah.
Trading cards. How we're getting into this guy now.
He's got everything, flags, you name it. Okay, but as far as voice recordings, you can get that in a personally autographed picture any which way you want, no problem. But no, he ain't sitting down to do podcasts, and no,
no way, no way.
Not with that attitude.
He sits in there like that January 6th thing, like he was looking at the program, at all those clowns. At the time.
Oh, he's watching the TV.
Yeah. So what's the point of just watching a tube and putting one of these playing knobs on here and playing with a knob?
Yeah, but
what's the difference of that?
Use a knob.
Yeah, that's exactly my point. Now you get my point.
Yeah. Well,
he's got to like you. He's got to personally like you for him to go on to do an interview usually, except CNN had him on for a town hall like about a month ago or something. But other than that, I mean, you ain't getting him to kick in. You can, like I said, go ahead and buy a birthday card if you want, and you can get a happy birthday from him directly with your name in it and everything.
I'd rather donate to Ochilli.com.
Yeah, well, look, I'd rather you did too. But, just saying.
Something you could do. It's within the realm of possibility. Is give.
Anytime. I mean, that is always an option. But
he's got playing cards, not trading cards.
He has playing cards. I have
No, I'm saying you do.
Yeah, I have playing cards too. I mean, he's got Go Brandon, and I've got the 10 years You Are the Effect cards, right? So, just saying.
I'd rather those.
Well, lately we've had food on Instagram.
Yeah, see, now it's coming back to that, Uncle. I'm glad, because that is our concerted effort to try to grow the audience. It may be a harebrained screwball idea. It might not work, but we're going to go for
help
it.
me out here, because look, you know why I didn't watch the video? I got sent messages about the video, and the reason why I didn't watch the video is because I heard tuna fish and sauerkraut, and I said, oh, no. Okay. I mean, it's not bad like ruining a pizza, but I cannot imagine mixing tuna fish and sauerkraut, eating that. So,
well, you look at a hot dog and a sauerkraut.
Yeah, tell him, Uncle.
The same thing.
Tell him about it. Tell him how good it is.
That's not tuna fish. I don't know. That's just, I don't know. Because that's just wet cabbage, right? I mean, isn't sauerkraut cabbage, or am I mistaken?
Wet cabbage is wet cabbage, Chuck.
Oh, okay. Wet cabbage is wet cabbage.
It's with vinegar, yeah. So it's cabbage, kind of like pickled in vinegar, more or less, is what it is.
Is this that place you guys are talking about where like Leatherface is like wanting you to like come in and stuff?
No, that's Gerald Sanders' joint.
No, not that.
We broke that case wide open.
That thing is done with. Unless he gets on air here.
We exposed Gerald Sanders.
Sanders, if he shows up on this broadcast, I have a piece of his mind.
He's been exposed.
He's very exposed.
Uncle did an Instagram where he was making a special tuna fish of some kind with sauerkraut. This is Uncle's concoction.
My concoction.
That'll ruin any pizza. I'll tell you that.
That's what I would listen. If you throw that on a pizza, okay.
Now we know what kind of stomachs they have. Sorry, kid. We know the kind of stomachs they have.
It's not the Uncle Iron stomach, is it?
Not the Iron stomach.
That's right.
They'll bring back the riots in no time.
Both of them have bad stomachs.
I see that.
I can tell.
You bring me a pizza with tuna fish and sauerkraut on it, I'm punching you in the face. I'm just telling you.
What I tell you.
All right.
Boy.
See, that's why nobody understands my stomach. It's what I'm trying to explain to people.
Well, they'll get the message. Enough of these videos, they'll get the idea.
Put it in your stomach. I couldn't get that nonsense. Are you kidding me? Wait, I mean, my stomach might be able to handle it, but I don't know if my tongue could.
That's a good
It's
one.
like peanut butter spaghettios.
There you go.
The first line of defense, it's not getting past that all the way into the deeper.
Elvis over here, he wants to mix peanut butter and SpaghettiOs. Elvis famously would mix peanut butter with everything, right?
Yeah, banana sandwich.
The only problem with the peanut butter, though, that's too dang dry. Man, I'm about to choke. The peanut butter must be followed with something can swallow down fast.
You're saying you like wet food, I think.
Right. Exactly.
It came from the ocean.
That Laura lady that
Because
was going to review the movie for you?
Oh, yeah, she hasn't shown up, so I don't know.
I haven't
Oh, I
seen her
said she
yet.
liked tuna fish, you know?
I have no idea.
We would have to ask. Be worth
It
asking.
doesn't hurt to ask, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be worth asking.
Would they do that to tuna fish in Spain? Do they have sauerkraut in Spain? I don't know.
You could import it from Germany. It's not that far away from.
Yeah, you can import anything. But yeah, Uruguay. Okay.
I know. She might have a ring call there soon.
A ring call?
You might have a ring call. You might have a ring call, so don't be talking there, Chuck. So watch it now. Because you are talking and I'm sure she's probably listening.
I want to hear you guys review this movie because this is the
I'm
first
waiting.
Indiana Jones movie that has time travel.
Okay. Do you want to do the Indiana Jones movie now? Because you got about, you could probably run another 15 minutes. You want to do that?
Yeah, I can kill it off with that.
You want to do that review right now, Uncle? You into that? Or you don't want to wait for Lara or anything like that? You want to do it now? And
well, we can go.
Extended review with Lara next time.
Yeah, I
And
can
do it-
extend it with her.
Okay.
So I can do it with him since he's seen it.
Okay.
We can go ahead and do it with him.
Oh, you've seen it, Chris.
Yeah, that's what he told.
Oh,
Pay
I
attention.
forgot. I forgot
Yeah,
that.
no, I didn't see it at the movie theater.
Not at the
and
movie
I'll
theater,
leave-
but
I'll
he
leave-
did see it.
Yes.
That's
I'll
what
leave
I
it at
mean.
that.
Good
That's
enough.
what I mean.
Pay attention, please, because Chris said this.
He doesn't paying attention. This guy has a brain problem. This sidekick.
Oh boy.
I do. I'm not going to dispute that.
So I'm going to play the role of Laura or Lara.
I don't
Okay.
Okay.
I got 3 kids. I'm older than you, and my dad brain's not that bad. Come on.
All right.
Catch
Okay.
I got
it's
problems.
9 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, let's start this review.
Here we go.
All right, I'll shut up.
Review it, Uncle. What are we talking about?
Let's see.
What's
how
this
did it
review of?
start? The last episode of
Indiana.
Dial of Destiny.
There you go.
Of Destiny.
Yep.
Now he was going around and trying to find a gun in to find this round piece of material.
Made by Archimedes.
But made from who?
Archimedes made it.
Archimedes made it, and they were trying, and he
Put it back together.
They put it back together, but
It was broken.
pieces were broken. The problem was they had to go to a place to find them all the pieces, to put them all together.
Chris, anything coming to you yet on
And
this?
this story,
Yeah,
it
this
became
is
to
Laura.
Oh God! I didn't. Are we doing the Laura thing?
Yeah, I didn't like it very much. I expected more from the follow up to the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I can't keep doing this.
Oh, thank God!
The movie was horrible.
Please stop.
Well,
Please stop.
well, first of all, Uncle, I could
Wait
barely
just
breathe
a
in the
moment. Do not say anything about the skull. Because
Oh,
these
I'm
two have not seen it.
Oh no, you can say I don't
You
care.
haven't seen it,
I-
and
Kingdom of the
your
Crystal
wife
Skull.
haven't seen it.
I-
Me and his little one saw the whole thing.
Go ahead and talk about it. I don't care about the skull.
Should we just say spoiler alert for everyone out there?
There you go.
For these,
Spoiler.
spoiler alert for these two.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Spoil away.
No.
Okay, well,
There you go.
Indiana Jones, he dies in a car crash on his way to cash in the bingo ticket.
Right.
At least that was the movie in my head because I couldn't really stand the real movie.
Oh, okay. Well, The synopsis, according to IMDb, very basic. Archaeologist Indiana Jones races against time to retrieve a legendary artifact that can change the course of history.
That's it.
Which you can easily see from any trailer. Now,
right.
I don't know about this bingo ticket. That sounds interesting. But what
more interesting than anything else in the film, Chuck?
Really?
They had Werner von Braun in it, basically, as the main villain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, kind of.
So can we get into the story? How does the story begin? Do we pick up from the Last Crusade or whatever? Do we pick up from the Sean Connery joined piece of the franchise?
Oh, I wish that they had gone that route, Chuck. No, they did not. But they had a flashback that takes place around 1944, 45.
That's it. That's it. That's it. 44.
And they de-age Harrison Ford, but they don't de-age his voice.
Right.
Which
Yes.
is really jarring.
That is weird. Yeah, that's bad.
That's bad.
That is weird. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't work well, no.
No, not at all. And they basically made him as grumpy as Luke Skywalker was in the new trilogy, where he's like a curmudgeon. And they, spoiler alert, Shia LaBeouf played his son Mutt in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, correct?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Well,
that's right.
In an act of defiance,
that's right.
For no particular reason, Mutt went and joined the army during the Vietnam War out of spite to his father.
Right.
And got killed. So now that makes Marion and Indy basically split apart. And throughout the whole movie, instead of having the final Indiana Jones movie with Harrison Ford be something where you're like, oh, that's a satisfying ending for Indy. No, we get a guy who's heartbroken because he lost his son. And he lost the love of his life.
Right. That's exactly it.
There's no joy at all. And the MacGuffin of the thing, the Dial of Destiny, basically is able to create fissures in time. The idea is that this Werner von Braun character that was brought over here, they even go into that a little bit with the Operation Paperclip, him helping to start NASA, because they show the Apollo, they show the Apollo celebrations.
This ties all back to when they go after the Ark of the Covenant and the Nazis are out there, which in real true history, they were out there searching for artifacts and stuff like that. That's a piece of reality that
they don't even touch upon that, Chuck. I mean,
they don't get into that.
Era.
They don't get into that.
It's the same era, but the whole motivation for this Werner von Braun type character is that he wants the Dial of Destiny because he wants to go back and change the outcome of World War II. Not so much for Hitler, but just for Nazis in general. Like he doesn't really care for Adolf Hitler. He just wants to make it so that the Germans won the war, and this is his way of doing so by trying to get this MacGuffin, as they call him, the Dial of Destiny.
So Indy is competing with this so that he can rewind stuff and go back and maybe keep his son from getting killed in Vietnam and stuff. Is that what
he makes a comment? He makes a comment to that effect to his goddaughter, who is on throughout the whole movie. That's like the person that he's fighting with and going on adventures with. In the absence of his son.
I know that.
He makes the comment that she asks, "What would you do if you could travel back in time?"
Right.
He goes, "I would go back and tell my son that
I heard that part.
Him enlisting in the army.
I heard that part.
Would cause his death and would totally destroy his mother and himself."
Yeah.
Okay. And then he would ask him not to do it. And you would think that that's kind of where they were going.
Yeah, that's what
maybe Mutt was going to walk through the door or something like, oh, okay, Indy and Marion, they have somewhat of a very happy ending, to cap everything off. But no, they don't do that.
No,
Indy doesn't get that happy ending.
No,
okay, he doesn't. Back now, Chris. Let's get from Uncle what he thinks about all this.
Sure,
This is
exactly what he's saying. Exactly what he's saying is right and correct. But at the end of this thing is going to be very interesting when you
You liked the end of the movie, didn't you?
The end of it was very complicated. It came out like it was like complicated a little, saying, "Hey, I didn't know that were here," and boom, and that was a surprise.
You're talking about the ending where they actually do the time traveling.
Yeah, well,
Uncle really enjoyed
finally,
the time traveling.
Yeah, the time traveling. Yeah,
he
when
enjoyed
they
that scene.
did. Yeah,
he liked
I
that.
like that. It's what you said.
Yes, I know it because I was I was next to you in the theater, and I saw your joy. I witnessed that.
I saw that. That's what it was. Exactly what he said.
Yeah,
it's exciting. Because of the effects, or was this because of what gets changed, or what was the thing that made you happy about it?
They finally see his wife, and then he hung his hat.
What about
that was the end of the show?
What about the airplane and all that? Where they're flying in the airplane? That's what I'm talking about. Talk about that part.
The airplane. Oh, and then the other thing is There's two other things I'm into. The airplane is one.
Yes.
And the other one is the horse. Oh man,
yeah, I forgot about the horse.
This horse. Well, they were going all over the place, running around. Run in, go after the guy. The horse jumping all over the place.
Subway.
And the subway, and it's going nuts. I thought that was a character part of how it was put together, and how they were chasing after each other to get the piece to put together.
So the horse was good.
The horse was good, yeah.
And then what about the airplane?
Well,
what was going on there?
The airplane, that one was going in time.
Yeah, they thought they were going back to Germany 1939
39 or something, and the guy was hoping that it was
42.
Just 42.
Maybe 42.
42, 41, 40, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And
he said he goes back to ancient Greece.
Yeah, ancient Greece. And said, oh, and they said, oh no. And then all these other people are shooting at the plane, and then they bows and arrows, shooting a fine gun, and all of a sudden there goes the plane. Mm-hmm. Goes down.
Oh yeah.
And boom. It sort of lost control of what he was thought would be, but wasn't happening.
I didn't think they had insurance either.
Oh, that too. And then all of a sudden, this other guy that Jones saw said,
Archimedes?
Let me stay here. Let me stay here.
Oh, yeah.
He kept saying to the lady.
Yeah, to his goddaughter. Yeah.
To his goddaughter.
Because she was there too.
He was there. And he wanted to stay there, but then the other man said, here, you can have it.
The dial.
And the guy said, okay.
That's pretty much what happened, huh?
And that's exactly what happened.
That's the movie.
And then she punched him in the face.
And then that's right. And then he punched him in the face.
Yeah.
Knocked him out. And we're back to the end of the movie where he's laying down on the couch. The original wife came
Arian,
out. Arian came out and had the hat on the hanger, and that's how it ended.
There you
and
go.
they did the boom boom to make up.
Whatever that is.
I'll tell you something, because we're coming close to where we're going to end the show, and I got to say something. I am absolutely convinced that I completely am right about not wanting to see this movie now, because it sounds about as bad as Creed 3. Really?
You haven't seen it?
I have not seen it. I've seen Creed 3 though.
I told you wouldn't see it. I knew you wouldn't see it, Chuck.
He knew it.
I knew it.
Called it.
Called it for 2 weeks to figure out if he was going to watch it, and I knew it was going to be
Uncle.
Him. What?
Uncle, would you say that the real, true, final Indiana Jones movie was The Last Crusade with Sean Connery?
Yeah. I think he's dead.
That would be the true last movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think
Sounds
so.
about right to me.
Yeah, because I could see his age growing up. his age was growing on him, and when he was saying it to them to the last show to do, he was actually pushing himself to do it.
With his father.
With his father.
He's like, Junior.
With the last episodes, and I think that is.
Wasn't that something though? James Bond turned out to be Indiana Jones's father.
Yeah,
Mhm.
James Bond.
Interesting turn of events on that one. Yeah.
That one.
That was
But it's all they're all now on
stream.
On stream.
Yeah.
Every one of them now
You watch
on
them all.
stream. You can watch them all now.
Go watch them.
They're on
something. One of those.
Yeah, all the house party movies are too.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a very sad sounding thing to me for somebody who actually saw Raiders of the Lost Ark in the movie theater as a kid, and like that was
don't see it, Chuck. Don't see it. Seriously.
Interesting movie, and this sounds really bad. It just does. So. Okay.
The reason Spielberg didn't want anything really to do with it, I mean, he's got a producer credit, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not saying much either, because I mean, what Spielberg's done in recent years, who cares? But I mean, the thing is, it's just, I don't know. It just sounds like a mess to me.
It was.
And, just an excuse to stick Harrison Ford into another old character that people will go to see for nostalgic reasons, just like they did with Star Wars. And somebody has.
I think his best shows were in Star Wars.
Yeah, but then they have his
shows were
idiot son shove a lightsaber through his chest and finish him in Star Wars universe, and it's kind of like.
Yeah, that was bad.
I just hope they don't do another regarding Henry and ruin that franchise.
Yeah, or Witness. I hope they don't make another one of
I'm
that.
wondering if there's going to be any other kind of movies of not of
They
him,
even ruined Blade
maybe
Runner, too,
of other.
Oh, you didn't like the new Blade Runner 2049?
With Ryan Gosling and everything.
Oh, I like that one.
Maybe I
that.
got to go back and check it out again. Maybe I wasn't in the right frame of mind.
Where is that one on?
I like that movie.
Was that on the Flickr?
Yeah, you could probably find that on Netflix. But I think it's
I'll have to look at that one. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, the new Blade Runner. Look, it's got some cheesy parts to it, but the original Blade Runner had some cheesy parts to it too. Although people, it's like, oh, it's a huge classic, and but it had some.
Yeah, but that was the charm of that
right.
particular movie. Yeah.
Right, the cheese was charming. Okay, but
of course, the cheese was charming.
It's my next
young
book.
guy. Young people would understand it.
I figure you'll get that as a tattoo sometime, Chris.
My tramp stamp. Yep.
There you go.
I think I want to say I think the show is about over, Uncle.
What's on the side over? We're trying to have a conversation about tattoos now.
Oh, it's over, Uncle. This conversation ends here.
You got tattoos too? Hold on a minute. I want to ask him about a tattoo. I know we have one guy is gonna
I have a lot.
I know one guy's working on it. Is his friend and
Cooley.
Well,
Uncle the podcast tattoo.
Uncle tattoo.
Uncle tattoo.
I would get that.
If you wouldn't mind. If you wouldn't mind.
He met a girl out there with a tattoo too. The sky was the limit. But right now, the limit of the show, we're at it. This is it.
This is the
This
show.
is the
but
end.
I'm just saying that he wouldn't mind getting one too. So I have two guys.
Well, who wouldn't? Everybody wants one. Except for me. I don't do tattoos. So
I can't have
If
them.
I did, I'd do
No,
one.
I can't have them. Blood problems.
Oh, yeah.
I can't have mine. That's the reason.
The Uncle
I
the
can't.
podcast host and co-host can't do it. But everybody else can. We encourage it.
Yeah, go ahead and do that then.
How about that?
All right. Well, that's our show. And,
That's our show. Get tattoos.
Good tattoo. And 2000. What are we?
2303.
And 3 episode. It is in. Bye-bye.
UncleThePodcast.com.
Because I went over my limit. I still went over my limit. Of course,